What if one country accused another of secretly carrying out an assassination on its soil? What if this accusation involved two of the world's largest democracies, India and Canada? A Sikh activist is shot dead in Canada. Canada claims its intelligence agencies found credible links to Indian government agents. India strongly denies the allegations and calls them absurd. Diplomats are expelled, relations collapse, and the entire world starts asking one question: what really happened behind the murder of Hardeep Singh Nijjar? This is the story of accusations, diplomacy, espionage, and one of the biggest international crises of recent years. Let's find out.
Part 1. India-Canada Diplomatic Crisis. The beginning of a major international dispute. Hello everyone, today, we are discussing a major international issue that has significantly strained relations between India and Canada and attracted attention from around the world. For decades, India and Canada maintained friendly ties based on trade, education, immigration, and democratic values. Thousands of Indian students choose Canada for higher education every year, while businesses from both countries have developed strong economic partnerships. However, recent events have pushed this relationship into one of its most difficult periods in modern history. At the center of this controversy is Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Canadian citizen and a prominent Sikh activist. In June 2023, Nijjar was shot dead outside a Sikh temple, or Gurdwara, in Surrey, British Columbia. His death immediately drew attention because of his political activities and his support for the idea of Khalistan, a proposed independent Sikh homeland. The Indian government had previously designated Nijjar as a terrorist and accused him of supporting separatist activities. His supporters, however, argued that he was simply advocating for Sikh political rights and exercising democratic freedoms. For several months after the killing, Canadian authorities conducted investigations into the case. Then, in September 2023, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made a statement that shocked the international community. Speaking before the Canadian Parliament, Trudeau announced that Canadian security agencies were investigating credible allegations, suggesting a potential link between agents of the Indian government and the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. The accusation was extraordinary, alleging that agents of a foreign government may have been involved in the killing of a Canadian citizen on Canadian soil. Is one of the most serious claims a government can make. Trudeau stated that Canada was treating the matter with the utmost seriousness and called upon India to cooperate with the investigation. According to him, Canadian authorities had gathered intelligence that raised significant concerns and required further examination. The statement immediately sparked global headlines. International media outlets, political analysts, and foreign governments began closely monitoring the situation. India responded quickly and firmly. The Indian government completely rejected the allegations, describing them as absurd, politically motivated, and lacking credible evidence. Indian officials argued that Canada had failed to provide any public proof supporting the accusations. They also maintained that Canada had long ignored concerns about extremist groups operating within its borders. According to India, certain Khalistan supporting organizations based in Canada had repeatedly promoted anti-India activities and separatist agendas. Indian officials argued that freedom of expression should not be used as a shield for activities that threaten national security or encourage extremism. As tensions rose, diplomatic relations deteriorated rapidly. Canada expelled a senior Indian diplomat, citing concerns related to the investigation. In response, India expelled a senior Canadian diplomat. What began as a criminal investigation was now evolving into a full-scale diplomatic confrontation. Both countries exchanged strong statements, and relations continued to worsen. The diplomatic dispute quickly became one of the most significant foreign policy challenges facing both governments. The world watched closely as two major democracies found themselves locked in a growing conflict with potentially far-reaching Consequences. Part 2. The Khalistan issue, global reactions, and what comes next. To understand why this dispute became so serious, it is important to understand the Khalistan issue. Khalistan refers to the idea of creating an independent Sikh state, primarily in the Indian state of Punjab. The movement gained significant attention during the 1980s and 1990s, a period marked by violence, insurgency, and security operations. India considers the movement a threat to its territorial integrity and national unity. As a result, Indian authorities have taken a strong stance against organizations and individuals advocating separatism. However, in countries such as Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia, some members of the Sikh diaspora continue to support the idea politically. These supporters argue that they are exercising their democratic right to advocate for political causes. This difference in perspective has long been a source of tension between India and some Western nations. Canada is home to one of the largest Sikh populations outside India. Sikh Canadians have made significant contributions to Canadian society, politics, business, and public service. Many hold important leadership positions and play a major role in the country's multicultural identity. At the same time, the presence of a small number of Khalistan supporting groups has created recurring disagreements between Ottawa and New Delhi. Following Trudeau's allegations, several countries called for caution and transparency. The United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and other partners emphasized the importance of a thorough investigation. While these countries did not immediately take sides, they stressed that any allegations involving foreign interference or political violence must be taken seriously. International analysts noted that the dispute raised important questions about sovereignty, international law, intelligence operations, and diplomatic norms. The crisis also had economic implications. Negotiations on a proposed trade agreement between India and Canada slowed down significantly. Businesses on both sides became concerned about the potential impact of prolonged tensions. Educational ties were also closely watched. Canada remains one of the most popular destinations for Indian students, and any deterioration in relations could affect thousands of families and students planning their futures. Meanwhile, public opinion remained divided. Some people supported India's position, arguing that concerns about extremism should be addressed more aggressively. Others believed that Canada had a responsibility to investigate the killing thoroughly and follow the evidence wherever it led. As the dispute continued, one major question remained unanswered: what evidence would ultimately emerge? Experts argued that the future of India-Canada relations would depend heavily on the findings of ongoing investigations. If convincing evidence supported the allegations, international pressure could increase dramatically. If not, questions would likely arise regarding the accusations themselves. Regardless of the final outcome, the Nijjar case has already become one of the most significant diplomatic controversies in recent years. It highlights the challenges governments face when issues of national security, political activism, diaspora communities, and international diplomacy intersect. The world continues to watch closely as investigators seek answers, and both nations navigate a complex and sensitive dispute. Only time, evidence, and diplomacy will determine how this chapter in India-Canada relations ultimately ends.
The killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar has become far more than a criminal investigation. It has transformed into a global diplomatic crisis involving allegations, national security, political activism, and international law. Will the investigations reveal the full truth? Will India and Canada repair their damaged relationship? Or is this only the beginning of a much larger geopolitical conflict? Only time, evidence, and diplomacy can answer these questions. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. See you in the next story.